Number 172 in the Imprint range is The Maguires from 1970, directed by Martin Ritt, the man who did such classic movies as Hood, The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, and a few other notable movies as well. This stars Sean Connery as Jack Keogh and Richard Harris as James McKenna, and it's set within this mining town where miners are using subterfuge and unusual tactics to try and win some fair rights and independence to their working life. I wasn't sure what I was going to get going into this one, and I found it to be absolutely fantastic. I loved this one from start to finish. In fact, there is almost 15 minutes before we get the first dialogue in the movie. In fact, I think it's about 40 minutes before Sean Connery actually speaks in the film. You get this wonderful build-up at the start. You get to see men working away in the mines, what they have to go through. There's a wonderful sequence of them just walking away after coming up from the mine shaft, finished their working day, tired, beat, going back to their homes, and there's an explosion and it just lets us into this movie. James McKenna, Richard Harris's character, is a spy. Right at the start we know this. He's a man who wanders into town, Irish, like the rest of the people that work there. He is looking for a job, looking to get his hands dirty, looking to make some money and infiltrate a group of people who they think are causing all the problems that are happening to the mines.
Well, there's no need for the false accusations if it's only a brawl you want. Which one of you do I get?
And it's basically, we have, strong-willed character of Jack Keogh as he fights for better rights, and we have the subterfuge of Richard Harris's character James as he tries to stop them from doing that. But there's just wonderfully tense sequences within this one. The secret meetings of the men discussing what they're going to do next, the ways that they go about putting their plan into action and creating these tense, exciting sequences. Hell, there's even a moment where they're playing a kind of rugby football game cross blend thing, and even that is incredibly fun, just watching the brutality of these guys beating the crap out of each other as they play this sport as well. Now, like I said, based on a true life story set in Pennsylvania at the end of the 19th century. It looks stunning. It has so much playfulness within this wonderful locale as well, which is just awesome to see. There's a host of familiar faces in this one as well, and I really did like some of the side stories in it as well. You've got Richard Harris's character, who has that duplicitous nature about him, who is working both sides, trying to aid the police in capturing the criminals, but also starting to feel that they are right in what they are doing.
Well, what happens with a tie?
We tell them we can't take the job and they give it out elsewhere.
There's no killing without a majority.
We're a democratic organization.
I was really surprised by the Maguires, how much I enjoyed this film. I personally thought it looked fantastic. I loved a lot of the action set pieces, like the moment they go to assassinate a man, only to discover that he is more well protected than they initially thought. The ramifications of that, the side characters, the sort of locations that they have. This little mining town that's popped up of all wooden shacks looks terrific on film. I think Sean Connery cuts a rather striking figure as the head of this resistance, and the fact that he is there throughout the film but doesn't speak until 40 minutes in gives him even more weight. Everything is done with a nod and a glance, speaking silently to his cohorts throughout the first half of the movie. Richard Harris is pretty great as this duplicitous character, where you're wondering, is he going to continue what he's doing, or is he going to turn and maybe help the people that he is trying to capture at the start? I won't spoil it for you. I was truly really surprised by how great I loved the Molly Maguires. I wasn't expecting much. Sometimes expectations have a lot to play in these kind of movies. Almost instantly, that fantastic opening just grabbed me and I was in on the movie. I would love to know what you think of this film if you've seen it. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you fall somewhere in the middle? Let me know in the comment box below, because I would love to know your thoughts on this film. As always, there is more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. And don't forget, in the description box are links to the Patreon, the membership programme, and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.